Good day my friend, in today's video I will show you how you can make money with no investment or nearly none. I know what some of you will tell me, that it's impossible to make money without investing your time or money, which is true. But what I will try to show you with this video is that you don't have to invest 50,000, 100,000 of your money to make money. Very often we have things at home, or sometimes we can use things to make money. And that's what I want to show you in this video. One way to make money is what you see behind me. What I've got here is steel, a lot of steel. When I drive somewhere, when I go somewhere, I never go out of my way, but when I go somewhere and I see something by the bin, I just take it in my car and I pile it up here. What happened now, obviously everything is recycled, so from time to time I just load a trailer, I bring it to those places where they actually buy it, and that's it, it's money. So what I've got here behind me, it's more or less 300 euro. So as you see, this requires no investment whatsoever, and you got money right here. So you just need to collect it. Another way to make money without putting money down is what I've got behind, trees. On my land I've got olive trees and I've got almond trees. So what I do, I recover them every year, I sell them, and that's it. What it requires my time. So obviously when in your country you might not have those trees, but maybe there's others. So I remember when I used to live in the Caribbean, I used to collect mangoes. It was available everywhere. You can collect them and sell them. So there's always a way. Okay, let me show you another thing. Another way to make money is with that little tool that we all have nowadays. From children to adults, we all have a phone. So why not making videos? And post it on YouTube, on Rumble, on Odyssey, TikTok, whatever you want, whatever platform you wish, and that's one way to make money. So even if you don't have internet at home, you can even go to a public place where usually you've got free internet and you load your video, and that's it. So that's not something when you will earn money right away, but on the long run, yes. While traveling, at some point I was in South Africa. I've been living there for a few years, and I was wondering what can I do to make money. And talking to people, I've realized that tiling was in big demand. So I looked in my tools, and I saw an angle grinder, and I saw a tool similar to this one to place the paste. And I thought, well, that's great, I can do that. So I've placed an advert which cost me 80 cents at the time, which is nothing, and I had one job. And then after that it went from word to mouth, and I'd worked for 3 years, and I had to employ people, and it went great. And I started with this that I had home. So very often you can, you got things at home that you can use to make money. Sometimes you don't have to invest. I will show you something else. At some point I was living in England, and I had an idea to make a business, a printing business. So now obviously you will think, for this, yes, you need an investment. Well, no. And I will show you how it started. It started with nearly nothing. I bought a paper that you can print on, and then you iron it, and you got a logo. So what I've done, I've researched some design, stuff like that. I printed it, I've cut around, and then I placed it on a t-shirt, and I had stuff like that, so markings that I had on a t-shirt. So I went to buy the t-shirts in the shop. It used to cost me about £1, £1.20, plus the design I was placing on it. It used to cost me next to nothing. and I was selling it for £20. So great. So I've done it for some time, and then with all the money that I've earned, then I bought a proper machine, and this time I've registered the business, and obviously I went on a full scale. But the business I started with nearly nothing. So sheets of paper, how much it cost? T-shirt, £1 something. It's not called an investment, you know. So think about it. There's many ways of making money. Here is another way where I make money, and my cost is very low. Why? Because I've got wood for sale, and just behind me I've got a forest. So what I do from time to time, I cut some trees, bring them here, they dry. When comes winter, people call me, they say they want a trailer, 2 trailers, etc. And that's it, I make money. So obviously, living on the countryside, obviously I've got a chainsaw. But anyway, if I didn't have one, it doesn't matter because I work in forestry, so I've got access to chainsaw anyway, so I can borrow it at any time, and that's it. So that's another way to make money. And if you don't have a trailer to bring the wood to people, eventually you can even tell them, well, come and fetch it. I give you a cheaper price because you come in and collect it. End of story. Another way to make money is by renting your stuff. At some point I had a friend that told me that she had money problems, and thinking about it, I told her, well, you live in a 3-bedroom flat, you use 1 room, what you do with the 2 others? And she said, well, nothing. I said, well, rent it. So she actually never thought about it, and so I went help her. We decorated a little bit with a few things, and that's it. It was up for rent, and the income that generated from this actually paid for a mortgage, paid for electricity, water, and she had leftover money. So that's why sometimes you have things in your hands that you can use it. Well, that's it. I hope that you have liked the video. I hope some of the ideas I've given you will be useful to you. And if they are not, because of where you live or your situation or stuff like that, it doesn't matter, because there's always something that can be useful. For instance, whenever I went, personally, I always looked a bit, talked to people, what's needed, what can be done, etc. And something can always be done very often with nothing or next to nothing. So there's no reason why this should not apply to you. Okay, so anyway, wish you all the best, wish you to make loads of money, and if you want to place comments, please do so, and let's share it with others. Take care.